What made 2024 unforgettable? I don't think people understand just how extraordinary this year was. Today we're diving into the chaos and triumph that was 2024. A year that kept us all on the edge of our seats. It was a year so packed with events it makes a clown car look like a spacious SUV. From the unexpected to the unbelievable, every month brought something new. From natural disasters that tested our resilience to political scandals that shook the foundations of trust, 2024 had it all. We're going deep on the stories that defined the year, uncovering the layers behind each headline and exploring the impact they had on our world. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a whirlwind tour of geopolitical earthquakes, economic aftershocks, and the ripple effects felt across the globe. And of course we can't forget the occasional celebrity shenanigan that brought a touch of humor to an otherwise intense year. Let's get started. How did Japan cope with a double disaster? We begin our journey with tragedy. In early 2024, Japan faced a massive earthquake followed by a tsunami, devastating coastal communities. Amidst the devastation, the indomitable spirit of the Japanese people shone through, with rescue workers and citizens rallying together. This disaster highlighted the awesome power of nature and the importance of global solidarity. What led to Harvard losing its headmaster? From natural disasters, we shift to academic upheaval at Harvard University. The university's president abruptly resigned amidst controversies and internal squabbles. The resignation sent shockwaves through higher education, reminding us that even prestigious institutions are not immune to human foibles. It left many wondering, if Harvard's leaders can't keep their act together, what hope is there for the rest of us? What happened with Homeland Security this time? Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Department of Homeland Security found itself at the center of a political firestorm. The impeachment proceedings against the Homeland Security Secretary were like a slow-motion train wreck fueled by partisan bickering. At the heart of the matter were accusations of abuse of power and questionable immigration policies. This crisis left everyone wondering if America's homeland was, in fact, secure. Is Bitcoin finally going legit? From politics, we sail into the financial world where 2024 saw a seismic shift in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin finally emerged from the shadows as the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approved Bitcoin Exchange Traded Funds, ETFs. This was a watershed moment, signaling a new era of legitimacy for cryptocurrencies. It was a victory for tech-savvy investors and a wake-up call for traditional financial institutions. The message was clear: crypto was here to stay. How did the S&P 500 rocket to new heights? Speaking of the financial world, the S&P 500 index embarked on a gravity-defying bull run in 2024. This remarkable surge was driven primarily by the tech sector, which saw unprecedented growth and investment. Investors were eager to pour money into tech stocks, believing in their potential to revolutionize industries and change the world. Tech companies were the darlings of Wall Street, their valuations swelling like a pufferfish. Giants like Apple, Amazon, and Google saw their stock prices soar to new heights, while emerging tech firms also captured the imagination of investors. The market was abuzz with excitement and speculation. Critics warned of a bubble, while others pointed to the transformative power of technology. Some analysts argued that the rapid rise in tech stock prices was unsustainable and reminiscent of past market bubbles. However, proponents believed that technological advancements justified the high valuations, and that we were witnessing a new era of innovation. Whatever your stance, the S&P 500's performance was a testament to the allure of the tech sector. The index's impressive gains highlighted the significant impact that technology companies had on the broader market. Investors who bet on tech stocks reaped substantial rewards, further fueling the sector's momentum. It showcased the human capacity for both irrational exuberance and crippling anxiety. The market's volatility reflected the emotional roller coaster experienced by investors, as they navigated the highs of soaring stock prices and the lows of potential market corrections. This period in the financial world was a vivid reminder of the delicate balance between risk and reward. Is it the same story in a new decade? And now, for a dose of reality, we turn to the Middle East, where tensions flared up once again. Israel launched military operations against Hezbollah, claiming self-defense. The strikes inflamed regional tensions, sparking protests and a fresh wave of violence. It was a grim reminder that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains as intractable as ever. Why are bombs still dropping like it's 1999? Let's talk about the United States. a country with a permanent case of itchy trigger finger in foreign policy. 2024 saw the US carrying out multiple airstrikes in the Middle East. The exact threats remained vague, shrouded in classified secrecy. These airstrikes angered allies, radicalized enemies, and left the American public questioning their country's commitment to peace. It was a reminder of the complexities and consequences of military intervention. How did terror strike close to home? From the Middle East, we journey to Russia, which faced a wave of terrorist attacks in 2024. The attacks targeted public spaces and government buildings, plunging the country into heightened security and paranoia. The Russian government responded with intensified security measures and crackdowns. It was a chilling reminder that terrorism continues to haunt even the most powerful nations. In more relatable news, Southwest Airlines abandoned its free-for-all boarding policy. The airline decided to inject some order into the boarding process, ending the mad dash for seats. The new policy was met with mixed reactions, but for most, it was a long overdue change. It was a sign that even in air travel, there was hope for a modicum of sanity. What does Navalny's silence mean? We return to geopolitics with the passing of Alexei Navalny, the Russian opposition leader. Navalny, a critic of government corruption, succumbed to a sudden illness, sparking protests and calls for investigations. His death was a stark reminder of the deadly consequences of dissent in some parts of the world. Navalny's legacy will likely outlive his persecutors, serving as a rallying cry for those who refuse to be silenced. What silence to swing for the ages? I bet you didn't know. From Russia, we turn to America, where 2024 saw the passing of baseball legend Willie Mays. Mays left behind a legacy that transcended the sport, inspiring fans and players alike. His death marked the end of an era when baseball was truly America's pastime. Mays was a reminder that sports can inspire, unite, and transcend cultural divides. Why was the Donald found guilty? Donald Trump was found guilty of fraud in a New York courtroom, sending shockwaves through American politics. The trial was a media circus, captivating the nation and dividing families. The guilty verdict was a major victory for Trump's critics, but met with outrage from his supporters. It was a sign that no one, not even a former president, is above the law. Is it family ties or a political firestorm? President Joe Biden issued a controversial pardon to his son Hunter Biden, igniting a firestorm of controversy. Critics saw it as political cronyism, while supporters argued it was an act of compassion. The pardon further deepened the partisan divide in American politics. It left many wondering if the country could ever move beyond the cycle of scandal and outrage. What is Syria's uncertain future? I bet you didn't know the full story. In 2024, the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime marked a pivotal moment after years of brutal civil war. The toppling of Assad created a power vacuum, raising fears of further violence. The international community faced the daunting task of helping to rebuild a shattered nation. It was a challenge that required diplomacy, cooperation, and learning from past mistakes. How did AI invade 2024? Remember the whole AI invasion? Don't worry, no robots running around, but AI became a huge part of our lives, right? Like, our houses got smarter, and AI even started making art. It made us wonder what it even means to be human. Think about it, in Cape Town this cool new app used AI to make ordering food super easy. No more hangry people waiting forever, and over in Johannesburg AI helped stop traffic jams. Imagine a less stressful commute. Okay, so it wasn't perfect. People worried about privacy, losing their jobs, and, machines making decisions for us. Big debates online and in those fancy boardrooms. Definitely something to think about. But even with those worries, AI in 2024 showed us how much technology can help. From making art to doing boring chores, AI was a pretty powerful tool. If we use it the right way, it can make things better for everyone. So, whether you were amazed by some AI art or just loved having a smart home, 2024 was the year we really jumped into the future. And who knows what cool stuff is coming next. Technology changes so fast, it's exciting to see what happens. Stay tuned for more unforgettable moments. Subscribe and be part of the journey.